What's going on, guys? I'm Steve. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. If it's your first time stopping by the channel, hit that subscribe button. Trust me, you won't regret it. If you're a returning subscriber, as always, guys, welcome back, and I do appreciate the support. Guys, I'm going to show you something that just came across my news feed that got limited views on the news network. And this is out of Baltimore. Shout out Baltimore. And this must have occurred yesterday, where a 16-year-old or a 15-year-old, I think she's 16, was in her apartment complex washing clothes in the apartment complex laundry when a guy came up to a window where she was at and committed a lewd act. Now, the reason why I'm doing this story is for two reasons. Number one, we just did the story about Rose the Juice out there in Orlando. He was 13 years old that tragically lost her life after some guy was following her and pulled her into a broom closet or storage closet and took her life. May she rest in peace. This right here, though it didn't end like that, it's the same type of thing. You can't even be safe in your own neighborhood, on your own porch, let alone in your own apartment complex, without somebody coming and doing some type of stalking type behavior that may look small at first, but could wind up being bigger. See, a lot of times I think guys do this type of stuff as tests against women to see what they can get away with. And it's another thing I want to talk about too. But first, let's take a look at this news article and we'll come back and talk about this, because I think this happens a lot more than a lot of people think, and it doesn't go reported. Take a look.
Baltimore County Police are investigating a man for what they describe as a lewd act. The man is accused of touching himself in the presence of a 16-year-old girl, and it was caught on doorbell camera video. WJZ is live. Stefan Dingle in your corner tonight in Middle River, where he talked to the victim's grandmother. Stefan.
Denise, good evening to you. I sure did. This grandmother understandably outraged after her 16-year-old granddaughter was subjected to this alleged lewd act by a married older man who lives downstairs. Palpable tension at the otherwise quiet Windsor House Apartments in Middle River. This after Ring doorbell video captured by a neighbor appears to show a man described to be in his 60s who appears to fondle himself while looking inside the community laundry room where a 60-year-old girl was washing clothes.
She said, well, the lady with the Ring camera downstairs said that this man was watching me while I was washing clothes. He's been watching me the whole time that I was washing clothes.
The young lady took the videos of the incident back to her grandmother's apartment. When the victim's grandmother took a look, she was enraged and ready to take action.
Yeah, this is where it happened.
So this is the laundry room here?
This is the laundry room here.
Okay.
My granddaughter was here.
Okay.
And here washing her clothes. And he came out of this apartment.
So he lives right here?
He lives here.
Okay. And the doorbell camera's here?
Yeah, the doorbell camera is here that caught everything.
Yeah. WJZ did reach out to Baltimore County Police, who released the following statement. It reads, in part, once unseen, officers were presented a video of what appeared to be an adult male performing a lewd act in a public place. This case remains under investigation. The male in the video has been identified, end quote. But this grandmother is concerned for her granddaughter's safety.
By him being right here and his door is here, as soon as she walks out, he could have just snatched her in. That's all that was on my mind.
Wow.
That was on my mind. It was scary. And I was like, no, something got to be done.
Scary to think about what could have happened in this situation. Now, I did go over to the leasing office, which is just behind me here. They did not have a statement. They referred to Baltimore County Police's investigation of this man who, as I mentioned, has been identified as they investigate this matter. The sadder part of this, the grandmother saying her granddaughter had to be sent away for a few days just to recoup because she's so traumatized by all this, by the man who lives downstairs. We're live on your corner in Middle River tonight. I'm Stefan Dingle for WJZ.
Guys, that's the story of this pervert ass old man. It's a lot of them out there too. You know how many stories of people getting touched inappropriately or lewd acts being pulled out on them without going and saying anything about it, go unreported? A lot. First of all, as a woman, you don't want to go and tell somebody shook their dick in your face. And this dude, from what they was describing, in my opinion, looking at the damn thing blurred out, he was up there stroking his stuff while he was looking at that girl do a basic function like wash her clothes. This guy's 60 years on this planet, plus whatever his age is, 60 plus years on this planet. You'll think he know better, and he do know better, but they don't want to do better because nowadays they think a lot of times stuff like this, you're seeing these guys doing this type of stuff. They think it's a certain mindset that these younger women have. Why? And a lot of times it's not too much the fault of their own. Look at the over-sexualization of women nowadays. Look at the rise of female rappers. That slutty look, how you want to look like, you know, you a boss chick and everything you wear is tight and stuff like that. This type of behavior and things like that, that with the rise of all this different reality porn and wanting teenage girls and stuff, it's a culmination that's starting to come to fruition, and you're starting to see it in present day, right here, right now. That man know better. I bet you he was watching that girl for the longest time. He knew nobody was in that laundry room because it's right next to his apartment. So you see what the grandma said, as soon as she came out, he could have snatched her and pulled her inside. Like the situation with Rose the Juice, which nobody wants to see that happen to anybody, whether they're out there in Florida or Baltimore, Maryland, anywhere. Under no circumstances should some strange man come up to a girl, still a child like that, or a woman, period, somebody you don't know, and the first thing you come out is with some animalistic tendency like playing with your dick like a goddamn monkey. That's BS. I think these guys got a warped sense of reality of just sexual mentality of a woman. A lot of guys think women are turned up like men. You know what I'm saying? Because of what they see on TV and all this other stuff, this acting and all of this stuff. And they think all they got to do is pull out their member of their manhood and she going to immediately go to it or something like flies on shit. This is crazy behavior, and it's dangerous behavior. It's scary. It is. It's scary because, I mean, it's like a rise in this. You starting to see it all over the place. Man, when you seen the picture, he stood right there and touched himself looking at a girl. She recording. He never stopped. He never stopped. Seriously. This is the thing that cracks me up. There are different avenues. If you want a girl that you can make a call or contact somebody, is just as dangerous as what you're doing to somebody else that don't want you doing that to them. And there are people that fulfill your sexual needs. If the money right, you don't just jump out on somebody. Because I'm not going to lie, if that was my daughter, man, I don't care if he was 80, I'd have punched him in his mouth hard because he know better. He know better. That was dangerous. These dudes do this stuff to these girls and they do tests. That's why if you're a young lady and you know somebody that's a young lady and something like this happened, the worst thing you can do is smile. If you would have got your girls and guys jump out and do that, y'all ew, and run off and laugh because you think you'll never see him again, a lot of times you make yourself a target because he was testing you. He was. He didn't see you run away. You laughed and all this other stuff. And the reason why I know this, I remember when I was in jail. I think a lot of this stuff comes from jail too. It blew my mind how guys would laugh, slap hands, and pat each other on the back because one of them flung their dick at the female CO when she peeked in the porthole while she was taking count of the inmates. They would see women coming and jump up like animals and get themselves ready, jerking off and all this other stuff. And then when she look in the door, they expose themselves. Lunacy. And you're starting to see it out here in everyday life. There's no excuse for anybody to do that to somebody. Especially nowadays with what you see, you can't unsee. Trust me, if a woman want to see your dick, she'll let you know in so many ways and it wouldn't be a problem. You don't just jump out, just flap out your meat and be like, you know what I'm saying? Stupid. For what? This is a 16-year-old girl. You know better. You've been on the planet 60 years old. Been on this planet 60 years and you don't know the difference between a child and a woman? Or you didn't want one. Either way, the flowers is right there. Look at them. Hamburger helper. Let's get him the fuck out of here. I'm Stock Market Steve for the Dynamic Reason Channel. As always, like, comment, share, and subscribe. You can never underestimate the greed of man nor his sexual appetite. And that's real. I'll see you in the next video. Take care.